This is a great time of year here on the Suncoast. The season's over, events slow down, and the weather heats up. So what could be better than a bag of popcorn and a cool movie theater this weekend? And what should we see? Well, our Suncoast movie man is here now with us, Matt Lydell. Matt, may the 4th be with you.
She's been waiting to say that.
What is May the 4th?
What is May the 4th? It is... You're our expert on Star Wars, Matt.
I don't know what you're talking about at all. I don't like Star Wars at all. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nobody loves Star Wars more than this guy. You are our ultimate expert, and on all kinds of movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Summer kind of got an early start with the new Avengers movie, which, you know, made tons of money. But this weekend, we're getting a couple more things. We're getting Tully, which is from director Jason Reitman, writer Diablo Cody. You remember their work from Juno a couple years back.
What a great movie
And
Juno was.
the way they're framing this movie is sort of Juno being like early years of sort of like motherhood, and this being everything that comes after. Okay. We have a quick clip, so let's take a look at that.
Yeah, let's see.
Do you know what a night nanny is? They take care of the baby at night so mom and dad can get some sleep.
I don't want a stranger in my house. It's like a Lifetime movie where the nanny tries to kill the family and the mom survives and she has to walk with a cane at the end.
Get over yourself.
Mom, what's wrong with your body?
Charlize Theron is starring as this mom of 3 who's just completely worn out now. And her brother recommends that she get a night nanny. And the reviews are excellent. It's out today. So if you want to see something immediately, you know, it's like kind of a comedy, kind of a drama, and it's very much in line of like Juno, and they also did the movie Young Adult. So definitely if you're into something like that.
Highly relatable.
Yeah, right. If you're a mother, it's a drama. If you're not a mother, it's a comedy.
Sure.
So what else is coming up now? What about Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah, so Memorial Day weekend is also probably the second biggest thing to start off with the summer movie season. Speaking of Star Wars, it's Solo, a Star Wars story, which I know we talked about a little bit before, but that's the movie that's telling sort of the story of how Han Solo got started. And it's him younger by like 10, 15 years than how we saw Harrison Ford, him meeting Chewbacca, him getting his ship, him meeting Lando, who's being played by Donald Glover. And yeah, it's sort of, they're framing it like it's sort of like a crime heist movie. He's part of like a gang that they have to pull off one big job.
Do you think the true Star Wars people are going to embrace this and get into it?
Well, so that's what's interesting is the directors who were originally making the movie got fired last year.
Really?
And Ron Howard took over for them.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Well, and so, the thing is, he didn't have a whole lot of time to do that, so is it a good sign? You know, he's done a lot of good movies, but it's like, can he pull that together and make a good movie? So it's interesting just to see, like, you know,
if he did it.
If he actually did that, so that's kind of cool.
Are you open to this? You're a real Star Wars guy.
I'm open to it. It's a little exhausting that there was just a Star Wars movie like 5 months ago, and they're already trying to get me excited for another one. So that's like, okay, I gotta calm down just a second. But
Pace yourself.
Yeah, pace yourself. But like, yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. Yeah.
I think I'm going to see it just because you like it so much to figure out what you like. So this summer now, what should we see this summer?
There's a couple other things coming out for the summer. One of the big franchise movies with kind of a spin on what you know is the new movie in the Ocean's 11 series, but it's Ocean's 8. So if you remember the remake they did of Ocean's 11 a little while back was George Clooney and Brad Pitt and Matt Damon, all guys who were pulling off a heist. This time it's Sandra Bullock leading all women.
We can still as well as you guys can.
And with less people.
Yes, I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, it's a really good cast. It's her, it's Cate Blanchett and Mindy Kaling, and so many random people. Helena Bonham Carter. It's just like, it's just jam-packed with all these people. And yeah, it should be interesting to see how they pull that idea off.
I bet they've got some cute clothes too. Now the Sarasota Film Festival, 2 of those films
There's
made
actually
it.
Before we get to that, I have to ask, and
Uh-huh.
I made Matt do this for me. My kids cannot stop talking about the Incredibles movie.
Yeah, so they're doing another Incredibles movie. Now, what was interesting, Brad Bird wrote and directed the first one, and that was 2004. So it's been like a long time.
It's
since
amazing
they
that
did
it's been that long.
Wow.
He said that he would not do another movie until he finally had a really good idea. So
took
maybe
him a long
he
time.
finally came up with a good idea.
Guess we'll see.
We'll see if he did. But so yeah, I mean, this is coming up on like practically 15 years later after they did this.
I think the cool thing is the kids that were 8 and 10 when this came out the first time now have wallets and maybe kids of their own, so they can get the next group out.
Yeah, and
to
there's
see
so
them.
many more superhero movies now that like that movie there were a couple and it was kind of doing a spin on those, sort of doing a parody, but now there's so many more, so we'll see if they kind of parody those movies or do something unique with that.
Yeah, a lot of spin,
That
a lot of
looks
talk
funny.
about this.
That looks like it'll really be funny. So back to the Sarasota Film Festival.
Yeah.
A couple of those have made it into the big screen.
Yes, a couple of them are going to be starting early June. So one of them, the audience award, was Hearts Beat Loud, and that is coming out on June 8th. And then the same day is Won't You Be My Neighbor, which was the Mr. Rogers movie.
Are those wide release? Will we get those here likely?
So I think Won't You Be My Neighbor, definitely. Hearts Beat Loud would probably even still be on demand the same day, because a lot
Okay.
of the independent movies will come out on iTunes or Fios or whatever your
Right.
cable provider
Really?
is the same day as very small
that's
theaters.
I
interesting.
didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So then, and then I think the Mr. Rogers one will definitely be in most of the theaters.
A lot of
nearby.
interest on that one, I know.
Yeah, and then I saw it at the film festival and I loved it. It was
good.
fantastic.
Do you
okay.
think that there is still a summer blockbuster season? I know there's been talk that maybe it's gone away because the movies have spread. What do you think?
I don't really know. I think, well, the problem is they're still trying to push people to get into movie theaters to see things, but I don't think there is necessarily a need to get people just during the summer. The idea was kids are off and they're going to go see movies.
Right.
But, ever since kind of Titanic, really, they put that out in December, and then James Cameron did that again with Avatar, putting that on December.
Right. And there
really
used
puts
to-
this idea that it's any time of the year.
There used to be a big July 4th release too, and it doesn't seem like we've had that in recent years.
Well, we'll kind of maybe get a little closer to that with another movie segment when
Yes,
we
as
start
we
getting
get-
into June and
See
July,
if
because
there's
there's still
big
plenty
ones.
of more stuff. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is the movie that is around July 4th.
Ant-Man and the
Another
Wasp.
comic
Another
book,
comic book movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You'll need to take the grandkids to that
Oh,
one.
I can't wait to see that one. Oh, this is so much fun, Matt. Thank you so much. And we're going to take another look at his movies online. So go to our website, mysuncoastview.com, and check them out. Next, how to get a free tree.